Yeah, it's been a hot few weeks here in Canberra, but yeah, really enjoying. Looking forward to Mudgee on the weekend.
And even hotter Mudgee.
Yeah, they say it's going to be hotter than here, but yeah, it's a bit of a drive. It's only 300 k's, but it's 5 hours up there, and we're looking forward to the bonding over a long bus ride, and no matter the conditions, having a good game on Saturday.
A bit of a shorter pre-season for you. The body kind of feeling better for having the break.
I did some stuff in December anyway. I felt pretty good. Didn't play as much as I usually played last year, so pretty fresh in that way, and I'm looking forward to a big season.
You guys have named a fairly strong-looking team. The Tars probably haven't gone for quite as many of their big names. What are you expecting in Mudgee?
I haven't seen their team at all, so we just came off the training pack. So, I don't know what they'll be playing. Obviously they'll play. They've got good depth in their young players as well. So whoever they play is going to be quality, and we know that we're going to be pushed all the way in what we do.
Fads, what about the how does that ever play into it? I think it's 3 30-minute thirds you're doing this weekend, but when you get up to temperatures of 40 degrees, what kind of toll does it take on you?
I think guys, it's good for some guys. They lose a lot of weight. Other guys don't want to lose weight. Some of our fatter guys might enjoy it and might help them out. But a guy like myself, I probably don't want to lose too much weight. So, I think just managing that and being hydrated and all those things is just another thing, another part of the game. In Canberra, we get to play in the nice cold conditions of June, July. That's a different ball game. So, it's just something you've got to manage in the game.
Does the ball get harder to handle, because there's extra sweat around and that sort of stuff? Or?
It's pretty sweaty most nights anyway. But guys, it'll be extra sweaty, and even in a trial games, usually guys are pretty anxious and pretty keen to get stuck in. So there is a lot of drop ball anyway.
No, trials are always an interesting one in terms of results. Do they matter? Things like, but what do you want to get out of it personally? Is it just to tick over the legs, get up that game fitness?
I'll probably just get that game sharpness. So it's not really game fitness. I don't think that'll come after weeks of doing week in, week out rugby. I think that sharpness in your clean out, your tackle and your carry and all those things that you need, I think that only comes from actually playing. So I think for a guy like me, I probably don't need too many trials, but just one good trial and play 60, 70 minutes and feel good and do a couple of good things, and I'll be ready to go for round one.
Obviously, the announcement yesterday of Carts and Christian. Carts a former housemate of yours, or is he still housemate?
No.
He's moved down there.
No, he's gone now.
But what do you make of him stepping into that role? Someone that you've known quite well for a long time now.
He likes a good slogan, and he keeps throwing a few out. So he's enjoying the role. He's been really comfortable in what he's done here, and he's had a great start to the year here, and he's obviously done a lot of work in the back end of last year as well to get ready for this season, and he's in good shape and he's looking for a big season. I think if he does that and has a big season, I think the players will go with him, which he will, and we're looking forward to it.
What about having guys like yourself and Benny A around him as well? I don't know whether...
I don't think he's going to like that, because I think with me and Benny A around, I think we annoy him more than anything, and we actually tease him more than he actually likes. So he's trying to be real serious and captain-like, and me and Benny A knew old Carts before he became new Carts, which is a problem for him.
His fashion sense has improved, though.
No, not at all.
Does this take him away from son of Dave, though? Dad of Sam now. No. But does he have that respect in the playing group?
Oh yeah, definitely. He's played some cracking games for us over the last 5-6 years. So he's well respected within the group, and we're looking forward to him having a big year, and us all having a big year behind that.
It's been well documented that the senior players that have moved on, but there's still a core group of older guys and experience there. Do you think there won't be much of a fall off, that there is still that core group of leaders there?
Yeah, still a few older guys, but not that many actually. You look around, I think younger guys are going to fill those key positions for us, and guys that probably haven't been here as long are going to fill key positions. But I look at the forward pack, and a lot of our guys have played Super Rugby in that forward pack. Ben Hines even played about a minute, so he's experienced it for a little bit, and that helps. And I look around, all our second rows have played long games, so we've got experience in the pack, and then we just got to set the platform for our backs to do what they do after that.
What about someone like Tommy Cusack as well, who you've probably only been working with over the past month?
Yeah.
But how have you seen his development? He's obviously a Canberra kid, comes through the 7th rank. How do you rate him?
Yeah, Tommy's been fantastic. So obviously a very fit player coming on the back of 7s, but another local guy like Joey Powell and Jordan Jackson Hope, Ryan Lonergan as well, and other local guys that are playing, which is really important for the area to have local players coming through. And I guess that's why he set the team up in an area. And we're looking at guys that probably born in 95, 96, and now they're coming to play. So this is when the Brumbies started, and they're coming now to play for a Brumbies. So it's a pretty special thing.
Were you finishing high school?
Yeah, I was in year 8. I think. Yeah.
But just one last one for me, contract stuff. Are you is that a distraction for you? Do you want to try and get your future sorted out before the start of the year? Or?
I'll move on that soon. So I'm comfortable where it's heading at the moment, and I'll make a decision in the next few weeks, I think.
Are you leaning towards staying, or are you just not sure yet?
No comment.
Just quickly, you had a chance to watch on last week. What did you think of some of those new guys taking on some of those positions?
Yeah, I saw the 2 young wingers that played, not in the squad, but they played really good games. Obviously, as it was tough conditions down at Tuggeranong. But yeah, all the guys. Someone gave us the worst seats in the house. We're in the bottom corner. I think Rory Arnold chose them. They were terrible. But otherwise, we couldn't see much of the game. But yeah, looking at the video after the game, guys really put in. There was a lot of effort out there, a lot of high work rate, and that's what you're looking for, guys to be actual fit. And then that little, as I talked about, the sharpness before, that'll come later in the season.